da, Blwydd and Pimp, Miss King here. Lovely to be with you all again virtually this morning. Hope you had a lovely half term and welcome back. I'm going to do a short video to help you with our maths work for the rest of the week. Throughout this video, I have hidden 5 paper stars. Dojos are up for grabs if you can spot all 5 of them. That one doesn't count, that's just to show you what the paper star looks like. This week in maths, I think we are being ambitious, capable learners, and I think that because we are building up our body of knowledge and we're going to apply our skills to different contexts, you are going to explain your ideas and the methods that we are learning about this week, and we're going to use number effectively in different contexts, and we'll come back to that at the end. Now this morning, a nice easy prompt activity to start with. We want you to partition the numbers. Tell us what is each number worth, and there's a place value grid at the bottom to help you. For example, 165, what is the 1 worth? What is the 6 worth? What is the 5 worth? Are they hundreds, tens, units, tenths, so on and so forth. Silver and gold, you've got some number sentences. We are subtracting decimals. So a bit like where we were adding decimals, we're going to use really similar methods and techniques now to help us subtract decimals. We're going to look at 2 methods. The first is the number line method. And if you have a little look at Thursday's work, tomorrow's work, I've put a diagram there showing you reminding you of the number line method. So if you need a little reminder after this video, that's there to help you. Hopefully you can see my screen now. Let's go through number line method. So the first number sentence I've got is 8.3 minus or take away 4.7. Say that again. 8.3 take away 4.7. So the first thing I need to do is draw my number line. Then I need to put my smallest number at the start of my number line. Which is smallest? 4.7. Not a very good 7. And then if I'm subtracting, I can actually put the bigger number at the other end of the number line. So I'm going to put 8.3 here. Okay, smallest number, biggest number. Now, remember, subtraction means difference. I am calculating the between these 2 numbers. To help me calculate the difference between these 2 numbers, I am going to count up from the smallest number to the biggest number. The way I'm going to do that, first of all, is to add my whole numbers or add my units. So from 4.7, I'm going to see how many ones, how many units I can add, so I can get close to 8.3 but not go bust and not go over 8.3. Fydd gyda fi in units from 4.7. 5.7, 6.7, 7.7. Can't go to 8.7 because I'll go bust. So I've added 3 units. 5.7, 6.7, 7.7. So let's draw my jump. I've added 3 units, so let's label that jump, add 3. And the number I got to was 7.7. Are you with me so far? Now I need to add my tenths to get from 7.7 to 8.3. Please use the tenths number line that I've posted at the bottom of your work to help you with this. You could add this in one go, or you could partition it into smaller jumps like I think I'm going to do. I know 7.7, add 3 tenths, 7.8, 7.9, 8.0. 3 tenths is going to get me to 8.0 or 8. So I'm going to jump and add 3 tenths. I'm going to add 0.3. That will get me to 8.0, and I will just write that under my number line. Now I need to get from 8.0 to 8.3. How many tenths do I need to add? From 8.0 to 8.3, I need to add another 3/10. So I'll draw my jump and I'll label it add 0.3, 8.1, 8.2, 8.3. Fantastic. Now, how do I get my answer? My answer can't be 8.3, remember, because that is in the question. I get my answer by adding my jumps, just like we did when we added using a number line. So I need to do 3, add 0.3, add 0.3. I might want to add the decimals in my head first. 0.3 add 0.3 is 0.6. And then do my units, add my decimals. My units add my tenths. 3 add 0.6 is, I'm going to squeeze this in, sorry, 3.6. Okay, how can I check that that is right? I could use a calculator, I could check my answer seems appropriate, or I could use the inverse operation of adding to help me by adding my two smaller numbers in the hope that it will get me to my biggest number. So I could do 4.7 add 3.6 and that should give me 8.3 if I am correct. Your turn now, grab your pen and paper, pencil and paper. Have a little go at this one. 9.4 take away 2.2 using a number line. Off you go. Pause me now. Okay, if you are listening to me now, that means you've had a little go at 9.4 take away 2.2 using the number line method. Let's go through it together. So my smaller number is 2.2. That's going to go at the start of my number line. My biggest number is 9.4, so that's going to go over the other side of my number line, 9.4. Oh, I'm sorry about those twos, they're a bit dodgy, aren't they? Okay, you know what. First step, I need to add my units. How many whole ones can I add on from 2.2 to get as close to 9.4 as possible? Rhifwch gyda fi. 3.2, 4.2, 5.2, 6.2, 7.2, 8.2, 9.2. Oh, and I can't go any more because I'll get to 10.2 and I'll go bust. So I added 7 units, 7 ones. Let's draw my jump. I did add 7 and I landed on 9.2. Okay, let's go with our tenths now. I need to get from 9.2 to 9.4. How many tenths do I need to add to 9.2 to get to 9.4? Rhifwch gyda fi, let's count in tenths from 9.2. 9.3, 9.4. Oh, I need to add 2 tenths. So my jump can be add 0.2. Remember, that's the same as saying 2 tenths. 9.2 add 0.2 will get me to 9.4. How do I get my answer? I need to add my jumps. 7 add 0.2 is, hopefully you got, I'm going to put my answer underneath. Let's put it here. Hopefully you got 7.2. How can I check I'm right? Does that seem right? 9-ish, take away 2-ish will give me 7-ish. That seems appropriate. I could use my calculator to check, type that in there, or I could use the inverse operation and add the 2 smaller numbers, which would hopefully give me the bigger number. 7.2 add 2.2, will that give me 9.4? Yeah, I think so. So amazing job. Looks like we did those ones correctly. Okay, if you are happy with that and you want to pause the video now, go and attempt some maths work, please go and do so. I'm going to share my presentation and we are going to go through the second method now. So if you're happy with number line and you want to leave me there, that's absolutely fine. If not, if you find that quite easy or you're raring to go, you want to know the second method, stick with me and we're going to talk about the expanded method. Okay. I've put this with Friday's work, so if you need to see an example, Friday's work has got the example. It is exactly the same as using the expanded method for addition, except I am subtracting. That's it, that's the only difference. So if I go on to here, I'm going to delete my number lines, I don't need them anymore. Let's give it a little go. So 8.3 take away 4.7 again. Let's use the expanded method to calculate this. Okay. Can you remember the first step to use expanded method with addition? I need to partition my numbers. I need to expand them out. So 8.3 becomes 8 plus, how many tenths? 0.3. I haven't done anything to that number. All I've done is partition it, expanded it, split it up. That's it. Directly underneath, remember you've got to line up your place value columns. Partition 4.7. 4 units, 7 tenths. So 4 add 0.7. Nice straight lines. Oh gosh, draw my line underneath. Oh, you're going to have a nice straight line, not like that. And now I'm going to subtract each column. Don't get confused now and add the columns. Remember, I am subtracting. 3 take away 7. What is that? If you're saying 4, stop and think. If your smaller number is on top and your bigger number is on the bottom, can you do this sum? If I have 3 sweeties, can you take 7 from me? You can't because I only have 3 sweeties. So what do we need to do? Diane, if you said we need to exchange. So just like we do in a normal subtraction, we're going to go to the next column, which is my units column, and exchange. So we're going to take one from the 8, and that unit is going to become 7 units. We're going to bring the one over to this column, and now I've got 13 take away 7. The bigger number is on top, I can do that. I'm going to use the counting up method. So from 7, I'm going to work out the difference. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 take away 7 is 6. Bring down my decimal point. Don't forget it. It never, ever, ever, ever moves. 0 take away 0 is 0. Bring my add sign down. 7 take away 4. I'm going to count backward this time. 6, 5, 4, 3. 7 take away 4 is 3. And I'm left with 3 add 0.6. So I simply need to add my answers together. Add my units and my tenths. 3 add 0.6 equals 3.6. Now remember, I could check this. I can check it seems appropriate. I can subtract on a calculator, or I could use the inverse operation to help me, and I could add my 2 smaller numbers and hope it gives me my bigger number. All of those methods I could use to check I am right. Pause me now. Have a go at 9.4, take away 2.2 using the expanded method. Off you go. Okay, if you're back with me, that means you've done 9.4, take away 2.2 using your pencil and paper and the expanded method. Let's go through it together. First step, I need to expand my numbers. I need to partition them. So 9.4, expand it out. 9 units, add, how many tenths? 0.4. So 9.4 becomes 9 add 0.4. Directly underneath, line up those place value columns. Let's partition 2.2, expand it out. 2 units, add 2/10. So 2 add 0.2. Remember, I haven't done anything with my numbers so far other than partition them. That's all. Okay, let's go right back to our smaller numbers. So my tenths column, and now let's subtract. Remember, we're subtracting. 4 take away 2 is 2. Oh, let me have 2, please. Hopefully you got that. Bring my decimal point down. Do not forget that. Line it up. Remember, it's got its own column. 0 take away 0 is 0. Bring my add sign down. Make sure that's lined up as well. 9 take away 2, 8, 7. 9 take away 2 is 7. That can't quite be my answer. 7 add 0.2. I must need to add them together. 7 add 0.2 equals 7.2. Again, let's check I'm right. Does it seem about right? 9-ish take away 2-ish equals 7-ish. Seems appropriate. I could type this in on my calculator, or I could use the inverse operation, the opposite operation of addition, and I could add my 2 smaller decimals. 2.2 add 7.2. Will that give me 9.4? Yes, I think it will. So that must be correct. Amazing job if you got that, guys. It is not easy, but because you've done so much already on both of these methods with addition and adding decimals, we are just applying your knowledge and your skills now to subtraction. Just don't forget now and start adding, because we are subtracting, we are taking away. Okay. Finally from me then, we talked about the 4 purposes earlier. I said what I thought. Now I would like you guys to explain to your teachers why you think you are being ambitious, capable learners and how you are achieving these goals. So how are you applying your skills to different contexts? How are you going to explain your ideas and the concepts you're learning about? How are you using number in different contexts? Now there's 5 dojo points up for grabs there if you can explain to your teacher how you are being ambitious and capable in maths this week. I would also, of course, love to know if you spotted the 5 purple stars that we talked about at the start throughout this presentation and this video. Don't forget, if you've got any more questions, please ask your teachers. That is what we are here for. Enjoy the rest of your week, everyone. Da bohi!